Hi, Peter Charles here of Hooked Fly Fishing. And today we're going to do another Atlantic salmon pattern. This time it's from New Brunswick. It's called the Hubert Hare Special by Paul Marriner. And it's mostly a tinsel body, or mylar body in this case. So it's a rather bright fly. I'd like to use it, you could use it on dull days, or sometimes you can use these on sunny days and they really work. Something about this tie today. Normally when we're putting on one of these mylar bodies, or a floss body, we try to avoid the bump at the back. We'll fill in the space and do that sort of thing. But if you're just going to tie a quick fishing fly, you may not want to bother with that nicety. So I'm going to do it with the bump. So we'll have a bunch of flies without bumps, and we'll have this fly with a bump, and you'll see the difference. So let's get going with the materials. Our hook is a size 2 mustard salmon single. Our thread is black Vivas. Our tag is a small mylar, silver side up, and the rest of the tag is this fluorescent green wool. You could use fluorescent green floss, or then we're going to use some golden pheasant for the crest, not the crest, the tail. Our rib is going to be uni French oval in a small size, and the body is going to be uni mylar, and this is the fat one, the thick one. We're going to use a wing of black squirrel tail, and we'll be using black saddle hackle for the throat. So let's get going. Something else I'll do with this one is I'm not going to be neat with the thread. I'm going to leave lots of gaps, and I've said in other videos I like doing that with mylar because the mylar bites into those thread gaps and creates a nice speckling effect. So when it's in bright sun, you're going to get all these spectral highlights coming off of the mylar. Try it all the way. So if you pull the mylar tight, it will bite in and to the thread, and that gives it this ridged appearance. Yeah. So you can see the bump is already started. So now for our green wool. And I like putting, whether it be floss or wool or whatever the material is, I like putting it over the mylar. It helps to keep it nice and bright. If you put it over black thread, once it gets wet, the color will muddy up. Yeah. Now for our crest. This is not a long tail, so what I normally do is I'd usually put it on top and pull it into place. A couple of soft wraps, and I just pull it to the right length. Hold it in place, bind it down nice and tight. Trim off. Now for our rib. You can see the speed I'm going because I'm not worrying about making it pretty. And if you're tying fishing flies, that is you may not want prettiness. Okay, now for the mylar. This is the wide mylar. Bring it right back to the green. Bring it forward. Okay, so we make one wrap. Try not to dislodge your tail. Now, when you are coming forward, you have to be careful that when you come off the bump, you don't let too much black show. It does tend to show a bit, so bring it up onto the return. And you can see the sloppiness you're getting into right off the bat. This is what's going to happen when you tie a fishing fly as opposed to a pretty fly. You're going to get this kind of sloppiness. And we just want something that's going to catch fish in this case. Okay, now for the rib. With a bit of luck, you can sometimes recover some of that sloppiness when you put the rib on. Okay, we make a turn at the back. And make sure that tail stays put. Now for the throat, our black hackle. Bring your thread to the back. Now I've stacked the black squirrel tail. Now it goes to about the end of the tag. Okay, now we whip finish. And the head cement. Okay, there's our Hubert Hare special. As I say, this is a speed tie. It's a bit sloppy. Did this deliberately to show that you can slap something together quite quickly if you just want a fly to take fishing and you're not worried about making it really pretty. Otherwise, I normally would fill in that space between the gap and the return where the body is thin, and I wouldn't have this lumpy appearance. But, you know, that's the point of this. This is a quick fly to go fishing as opposed to making one that looks pretty. So if you like this appearance, and I think this should be a cool fly, especially for steelhead, they love black. I go with the Hubert Hare Special by Paul Marriner. Cheers.